Well, good morning. I don't know if you recognise where I am. I'm back down in a woodland, and it's that tree again. That one down at Perry Woods, kind of selling area near Canterbury. I have photographed this tree several times. I don't think I've been here for about 2 years now, but this morning it does look like there's still quite a lot of leaves left on this tree. I'm sure when I photographed it in the past there has been less leaves on it. I'll pop one image up now that I've taken previously, and we'll have a look at see what we can get this morning. Now, this morning I've come down, and since the last time I've got a new lens. This image I took last time with the 17 to 40mm Canon EF lens. I've now got an RF wide angle lens, which is the 14 to 35. So we'll pop that on and see what image we can grab from here. I was looking at the weather forecast before I came out, and it was saying that the temperature and dew point was very similar and a high humidity, so I was kind of hoping there'd be a bit of mist or a bit of fog, but nah, nothing really. But it's still, lovely morning, sun's just come up, and we'll see what we can get from this first shot. Well, this first shot I have got at 14mm, and I've got the tripod really fairly low to the ground and the camera kind of pointing up to try and exaggerate the perspective of the tree. It's a beautiful tree anyway, and there's the canopy has got some fantastic shaped branches. By having the ultra wide on pointing up, you do kind of stretch some of them things out and exaggerate the perspective. But because some of the branches on the floor are quite close to the camera, I have focus stacked this, and I think I've taken about 5 or 6 different images, varying where I focus throughout the image from the foreground to the background. I'll merge them all in post, and hopefully we'll come up with a nice image. The image was ISO 100. I think I went for f5.6. Yeah, ISO 100 f5.6. And the shutter speed was around 2 seconds. That was with a circular polarizer. And because, as you can see here, there's quite a lot of light in the background, I did also pop on the K&F black mist filter, hoping that light in the background gets somewhat diffused a little bit and is not too distracting from the scene. But yeah, if the image is any good, I'll pop it up for you now. Well, this second shot, I've come slightly round to the left of the tree to include the sun coming in, and that was because I had the black mist diffusion filter on, and it gave a lovely soft light, I thought, and I'm hoping it's not too distracting from the image. Still got obviously the tree as the main subject, and the sun just coming into frame and casting some light on the forest floor, and that black mist filter I think works quite well in this scenario, because you do get that nice bloom from the sunlight coming through. This was ISO 100. I took various shots, and looking on the back of the camera, I think the one that I'm going to pick is the one that was at f5.6 for 1.6 seconds, and like I say, that was with a circular polarizer and the black mist filter, and I'll pop that one up on the screen for you now. Well, I don't know if this Pocket 3 is going to pick this up, but all the way down there I can see a layer of fog kind of below a canopy there. I'm not sure where that is, but where I am, not a sign of mist or fog, but down there, loads of it. Typical. I don't know if you can see this. I'm using my phone at the moment to record. I've got my three-legged thing Winston tripod with my camera on, taking the next image, and I'm using this K&F travel tripod that they've kindly sent me to use as a vlogging tripod for my Osmo Pocket 3. Now, I've been out a couple of times with it, and so far it seems really good for the Pocket 3. I mean, it's a travel tripod, so it's a really lightweight tripod. It's 2.2 pounds, which is about the same size as a bag of sugar, same weight as a bag of sugar. So you don't really notice it when you're carrying. It's got sort of 5-section legs, I think 4 or 5-section legs. It goes nice and high. Now, obviously the higher you have it, the less stable it becomes, because it is only a travel tripod, but it does have the hook on the bottom that you can weigh it down. If it's something you're interested in, I'll leave a link in the description. Well, this next image now, I've got the tripod nice and low, camera's in portrait orientation, and I've switched out the wide angle lens for the 70 to 200. I am at the 200mm end. This is ISO 400 because there was a bit of breeze and there was a few leaves moving around, so I was trying to minimise that as best I could. So I selected ISO 400 f4, and it still gave me a reasonably shutter speed, God, my teeth in this morning, of 1/30th of a second. There's 1 or 2 branches in there which may be a bit of a distraction, but I can't really do much about that, to be honest. But I was just walking past, saw the shape of the tree and the light catching it, thought it looked nice, and as usual, you know, like I said before, if something catches your eye, it's always worth, you know, getting the camera out, having a look, and seeing if you can make an image of it. Again, I did use the circular polarizer and the black mist filter. Again, the polarizer just to take some of the glare off the leaves and to enhance some of the autumnal colours, and black mist filter was still attached to it, so I left it on, in all honesty. But yeah, hopefully that's not a bad image, and I'll pop that up on the screen for you now. Well, for this next shot, I have actually zoomed with my feet and just moved in to the woodland a little bit more. Like I said on that first shot, there might have been 1 or 2 branches that were a bit distracting, so I've come a bit closer. Still got the camera in portrait orientation, but I have raised the camera up, the tripod up now. Still using the 70 to 200, but I'm not at 200mm. What am I? I am at about 135mm on this one. Still using the circular polarizer and the black mist filter, but because I've removed the distracting branches that were blowing about, I've reduced the ISO to ISO 100 again. f4 give me a shutter speed of 1/10 of a second, and I think that's quite a nice image. I like the shape of this tree, the ferns on the foreground, the skeleton of the tree, and I've removed as much of the sky as I can on this shot. I've actually got my vlogging camera, as I say, on this K&F tripod that they've sent me. If it's something you're interested in, stick around to the end of the video, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about the tripod then, and give you a link and a discount code you could use if you're interested. But if you're not interested, as soon as we get to the end of the video, you can switch that bit off. But I'll pop this image up on the screen for you now. Well, that is it. We are back to the beginning. Just heading down the footpath back towards the car park now. Only a couple of images this morning. I might have taken one or two more that I didn't vlog. If I did, I'll stick them up at the end. And like I say, if you're interested in that tripod I mentioned earlier, or any other products from Kent Faith K&F, stick around. I'll tell you a little bit more about the tripod and details of how to get a link and discount code to anything you're after. And if you're not interested, I completely understand. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, one or two, or the one or two images. If you did, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon. Cheers then. Well, this is the K&F tripod I was talking about. This is their travel tripod. I think it's the lightest tripod they do. It has got a centre column here that rises up actually in two sections, so it will come up fairly high. And once you're, what I use it for, the Pocket 3's on top, it is at kind of my head height, or above my head height actually, the camera will be. Now, because it's a travel tripod, it is not the most stable tripod. It has got a hook at the bottom here that you can hang a bag from, just to weigh it down if it is a bit windy, just to anchor it into the ground. But it's a really nice, lightweight carbon fibre travel tripod. Comes with a nice little ball head with an Arca Swiss plate on it. It is a pano type head where you can level the head out and just swivel the head around its axis to get that panorama. We got 5 sections of leg, and obviously with all tripods they get increasingly thinner as you go down. Now, as you can see, these bottom sections are really quite thin, and like I say, if you're going to use a camera to take a long exposure with this, I think you might struggle in some circumstances, but if the conditions are right, they reckon that this will take a 17.6 pound load, which I don't doubt at all. It's just how stable it would be in windy conditions. But for me, like I say, I'm using this for my Osmo Pocket 3, which is nice and lightweight. I wanted a lightweight tripod to carry around with me. This comes and compacts down really, really small, nice and easy. These twist lock sections lock nice and fast. They're nice and smooth operation, and it's a nicely built tripod, I've got to say. Even though like you can see here, it's very compact, and for travelling purposes these legs will fold back on themselves, and you can see just how small that tripod is. It's, you know, it's like the same length as my forearm really, and it's, like I say, so light, 2.2 pounds. It's easy to carry around with you, much easier than some other tripods that I've carried around for vlogging cameras in the past. So for my purposes of using this for the Pocket 3, it's a fantastic little travel tripod. K&F have kindly given me a link and a voucher code for 17% off whatever the price is on their website, not only for this tripod, but for any item on the Kent Faith K&F website. If there's something there that you're interested in that's not this tripod, drop me a message. Let me know what it is you're after. I'll generate a link for you and a code, and you can get whatever it is you're after with that 17% discount. But this little travel tripod is proving to be ideal for my usage. And if you're a vlogger or someone that's got a very lightweight camera, a mirrorless small like M system or anything along that line, Pocket 3, it's a fantastic addition to your equipment. And so far for me it's been a pleasure to use. Not sure what it would be like with a bigger camera for photography reasons, but for my purposes this is ideal. So like I say, if you're interested, have a look in the link in the description.